Sweden. And a deeper position to where she's playing just slightly. I think that will be better. Off against the Welsh Joyce that way. Juice into the game. Charlie has. Super. Is there? Oscar.
Well, it's not nil. Sorry, I'll just turn the volume down. So a little bit late joining the stream because I was watching the women's Euros. Oh, anyway, I'll listen to that in the background. That can be my background noise. Is the women's Euro. In terms of what's the score on the doors, in terms of trading, it's been a good day. I didn't expect this. To be fair, the way I was trading earlier, did not expect a turnaround like this. Happy that we got it, but didn't expect it. I'll do the TikTok stream as well, the YouTube stream as well. So let's have a quick look. It's been mad though. Pagaya has just been absolutely mental. It's moved up over $10. It went up to it moved over $10 since I finished when I finished streaming this afternoon. The guy moved over $10, 100% move effective. Well, from 11 to 20 to 21. So really big move. How do I expect the PGA run? It's probably a short squeeze. I'm just going to jump in it's some kind of squeeze because I've not seen any specific catalyst. All right, let's give this a bit of a refresh. Data on Pagaya. I'm not seeing any short. Pagaya Technology shares are trading higher on continued volatility after the company completed its SPAC merger agreement last month. So there's no net new. It's relatively new IPO, but there's no net new catalyst of any description. This is IPOs, I guess. It's the only explanation I can come up with. Sound of fun. What goes up, it must come down, of course, but can it go up again? It is going up again. I'm just looking at it now. I was watching the football, and I just come back now. It was down at kind of 1750s. It's now up at 1870s. So it is going back up again. I was actually just watching the women's football, the Euros. It's England are in the Euro semi-final, so I started watching that. Then I got a message on the Discord saying, "Is there no stream tonight?" I'm like, "Oh, shit, yeah, forgot about that." Oh, tell me about it, Fuzzy Duck. Have you seen the move though? I'll just put this on the 15-minute though. Have you seen this move? So we finished trading here, and have you seen the move up on Pagaya? Managed to. I mean, the whole bunch of these moves were just clean. I got a whole dollar move. I put $5,000 for a. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can show you exactly where it is here. I'll zoom in. And where was it? I got a whole dollar move from. So I got in for this one here. No, it wasn't. It was here. I got in here for this breakout. So I got in. I'll zoom in so you can see. Got this move up, and then it started to pull back, and I got in here, bull flag breakout, if you will. So I got in here at 17. I think it was. Let me just have a look. I'll check it on my my bits and pieces. 17. I got in for 17.92. 5,000 shares. I got in for 17.92 and rolled this all up, and I put a 30-cent stop in place, and as it started to pull back, I got stopped out at $19. So that's over. It's like a $1.08 move. It was 5,000 shares, so that was 5,000 on that move alone. Some great moves up, some really good moves, and if we look at zoom out, just put it on the 5 minutes so you can actually see, and zoom in. Hey, so you look at this. We were trading it till just after 11. This little move up here, this is where I made that 5k back, because I was 13k down, and then I made it 8k back. This is where I made the 8k back here, and I finished like 5.5k. I went out, walked the dog and everything else. It was about an hour later, came back in. It's got this move up. It did pull back, and then we got this move up. Then it pulled back again, and I got this move up. And it's just been mental. It's been absolutely mental. I've been talking in the Discord, and we've been discussing about the setups and things like that. And it's like, well, I'm green on. I've just gone green. What was it? Someone in the Discord was saying, "Oh, Pagaya's gone up since you went on your chat." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Now I'm actually going. I'm in it right now. I've just gone green on Pagaya. I've just gone green on Pagaya. That was it. And then I had to add another text. It was like, "I've just gone green on the day in its entirety." It's like, I'm 5k green, and that's how quick it was. It was like as quick as I could type. That's how quick it was. And then I was 11k green, then I was 15k green, and now I'm like 21. Well, I've been 21 for a while. I've not traded for a while, so I had something to eat, and I've had a couple of glasses of wine. So, oh yeah, there's great volume. I mean, look at this. So this is a 5 minute. This is a 5 minute chart, and these are the candles. So 1 million, 500,000. Let's just go back to the 1 minute chart. So we're getting, on average, we're probably averaging about 150, 140, 150,000 shares a minute on Pagaya. So yeah, it's 56 million shares traded across the course of the day, which is really good in comparison to what it normally trades at. If you look at Pagaya, it's I don't know what the float is. It's I think it's about a 50 million float. It's 653 million outstanding shares, but I think the float's about 58 million off the top of my head. I'll have to double check that. The numbers, it's not showing me what the actual float size is. But if we look at Pagaya at the top mover, it was up like 125% at the peak. Let me just. do this. It's slow to load. No, I'm not recommending to buy back in right now. The high was 2156. It's down at 1850. So it's slow. We're getting a succession of lower highs, and it's just come off the peak of one. So I would say possibly if it goes back down to 1750, that you might find an entry to get back up and maybe get 50 cents on it. I wouldn't say to get back in right now before, you know, at the end of the day. Which one? This line at the bottom. This is the exponential moving average, 200 exponential moving average. I've got the purple line here is the 20 EMA, and the yellow one is the 9 EMA. I've also got the VWAP mapped on this one, but you can't see it because we're that far extended. It was actually, Matt, it wasn't 110%, it was 125% up on the day. I wouldn't say quickly turned into a horrible day, and it's certainly not a record. Turned a horrible day into a good day. The record day for me is 102,000, but my second best day was 62,000 not too long ago, last month. So I'm having a good day. 30,000 is a very good day. What's on the 5 minute? I've not got anything on the 5 minute. So you can see on the 5 minute 200 EMA, VWAP 20 and 9. But if you, I wouldn't advise chasing it right now. It's still quite extended. It needs to get back above $19 before I would consider this as moving back up again, because we're getting a succession of lower highs. Well, I didn't use the EMAs, G.I. Joe. I didn't use the EMAs. Yeah, it absolutely moves like that. To be fair, we had one last year with Aeroclean. So Aeroclean last month moved up similar levels. But this is actually, if you look at, I'll show you something. So 5 million shares, 5.5 million shares is the average daily over the last 3 months. Well, not been going for 3 months, but over the last month, 5.5 million shares daily is the average. It's done 10 times that today. So let's look at this on the daily. You see it on the daily. We had a big move up, small red day. Big move up, small red day. Big move up. Tomorrow I'm expecting a small red day. Just I'm call it my OCD kicking in and these symmetric patterns and things. Maybe we'll get a small red. If we get a small red day tomorrow, what day is tomorrow? Wednesday. I'll be trading this on Thursday for sure. I'll buy in and swing it on Thursday if we get a small red day tomorrow. Still 0-0. So I'm trying to watch the England-Sweden game, the women's semi-final of the Euros, as well as trading. I mean, this move up was just mental. It was mental. But Pagaya, the thing is with Pagaya, the spreads are very rangy as well. So they're as small as like 1-2 cents between the bid and the ask, and they're as much as 25-30 cents between the bid and the ask. I think the biggest spread I've had so far is 50 cents. So just be wary if you think of getting back into Pagaya, just be wary of the spreads. They're very, very rangy. And I'm enjoying the wine. So cheers, guys. I was trading like a donkey earlier, and I wouldn't say that I've been trading any better since. It's just the move. It wasn't. You didn't have to be a genius to be able to trade this and make money today. A move like that, it's moved up what, $10 in the space of 3 hours. You don't have to be a good trader to make money on that. You know, you just buy and hold, and then you buy low, sell high. It's kind of, it made my job a little bit easier today, and I was kind of resigning myself to finishing red. When I finished the stream early, before I went for my walk, I might not trade later. When I got back, I don't think I'll trade anymore. I'm done for the day. We were 13,000 down at one stage. We got back 8,000 of that on the stream earlier, so we were 5,000 down, and now we're 21,000 up. And, well, quite frankly, it's down to the move. 125% move on the day. Swing trading, Matt, is actually, I believe, is actually easier than day trading. It's certainly less stressful, that's for sure. What is the catalyst, Jack? Well, it's a recent SPAC merger, SPAC, so a special acquisitions company. It's a recent, recently released as kind of an IPO back in June. Continued a second of steady sell-off, and then last week on the 20th, it just had a big day. A small red day the following day, big day, small red day, and a big day today. So, am I happy with my gains? Am I ever? You saw the way I was trading earlier, Alistair. I was trading like a complete donkey. So of course I'm happy with. I didn't think I was going to be finishing green today. So the fact that not only have I finished green, not only have I finished green to 5 figures, over 20k today is a great. Yes, that's correct. Fuzzy. So I went big, and that was what got me the 8k back. You know, so yes, I went 25,000 shares. That was about, what was that, $9 or $10 a share. I think it was $10 a share, or $11 a share, something like that. And I was 25,000 in there. It can be risky if you get. This is why stop losses are important, and you don't want to get caught in a massive algo flush with something that you're in at 25,000 shares. And I did call it out. I'm in big. I don't want to be. And I went in big with this one a couple of times. Once it went against me, once it went for me. So, how the Lionesses? It's still 0-0. They're actually playing well. They've not had much, much chance in front of goal, but Sweden are looking the more dangerous. And to be fair, they're looking the prettier as well. But Swedish girls, there's something about Swedish girls, you know. It's not a short squeeze. A recent SPAC merger or IPO. So it's recent listing on the exchange. Back end of June, and it's just started to take off now. So there's no real major catalyst on this. To be fair, I've been quite impressed with the women's football in this tournament. No, it's still kind of dog and duck standard. You know, it's dog and duck league standard, but it's a lot better than it used to be. I mean, you wouldn't catch any of these top football teams if they had to compete against the men's team. They wouldn't compete in the Unibond, you know. But it's getting better. It's absolutely getting better. I would have reflect my early. I was trading like a dog earlier. I really was. Check the 4 hour. I've not got a 4 hour on this, so I'll check the hour, and it's up there. I can check the 4 hour. We've only been in it for 4 hours. That's like checking the daily. But to be fair, going back to the football, the standard of women's football is far superior than what it used to be. Who isn't into Swedish? I mean, come on. Women love this the idea of the Vikings, and men love the tall, leggy blondes. So I mean, come on. What's not to like about Swedish? And they make good furniture. Get it! England 1-0 up. There you go. That's a good half an hour into the match, and England are winning 1-0. Good stuff. We like the idea of that. That's a good goal as well. Oh, keeper had no chance. She got a fingertip to it, but she didn't really have a chance. He's not gonna stop that with a fingertip. It's a good goal. And we didn't look like that for a long time, though, young Raptor. I was 13k down at one stage. Everybody's winning, well, except the Swedes. The Swedes aren't winning. Let's have a quick look at where we are on. Oh, we're all right. It looks decent. Oh my goodness, that was a bit of a flush. Down to $17. From 18. That's a whole dollar flush. I'm not paying attention to the charts. I'm sorry, guys. I've not been paying attention to the chart. With the football on, the chat. This is me multitasking. The wine, the football, the chat. And to be fair, I'm not even apologetic about it. I'm going to top up my wine. Cheers to a good green day, guys. That I probably didn't deserve. The way I traded, certainly didn't deserve. I didn't deserve to be green today. So more luck than by design, I would say. The fact that this particular stock moved the way it did. I mean, look at how clean it moved up. From $11 when we finished trading it. Well, actually, it's this little move up here is what got us to just 5k down. Got 8k on this move here. That's when I had the 25,000 shares in. Who was it? Who was I talking? Was it Fuzzy? Yeah, it was Fuzzy. So that's when I had 25,000 shares. Was in this little move up here. That's why I managed to get 8K on that move, and it didn't move that much. I mean, it well, from 11.23 to yeah. Actually, it did move quite a bit, actually, from 11.30s up to $13. So it moved at least $1.50. So yeah, that's fine. I am in my element this evening. Whenever I've had a good day that I didn't deserve, and to be fair, I didn't deserve it. So go back and watch the replay, and everything that I was doing, don't do that, because that was just bad trading. I was trading absolutely terrible today. Oh, I wouldn't enter now. It's selling off. And Sound of Fun on the YouTube, no, the Twitch channel, asked me the same thing. Would I buy now? And I said no. It's downwards now. It's trying to come back down to the VWAP. We're getting a succession of lower highs. So we've got a downwards trend right now. So if get the rail line down up here, buy again. Right now, got to break that trend line. It's got to get above 1850 to be considered upwards again. I'm actually breaking lows. So the low, 1750 was a key resistance level. Look at that, just selling off on the 1 minute. Let me zoom out. You can see the chart better if you zoom out. You can see we're downwards trending there. So it's probably not, and you can't really short this. Well, it's hard to borrow, so you can short. It is shortable, but it's hard to borrow. Well, don't do what I did today. Cheers, Alistair. I hope you're watching the Lionesses as well. Cheering them on. Funnily enough, they beat Spain in the last game. That's a great start. Five minutes to half time, and then I'll address the chat. So, in terms of the Fed, I'm a little bit. Let's have a quick look at the SPY. It's a good question. Let me just pull up the details on the SPY. Let's have a quick look, because it's down. I mean, the Nasdaq is big down at the moment. Let's put this on the 5 minute so you can see it across the course of the day. This is the Nasdaq. It's huge down. And this is what I was talking about earlier, because we're getting quite choppy the first hour of the market, and it's really down. It's downwards trending. Now we've got a really good downwards trend on Friday where we got really good gains. Good downwards trend today, and we've got really good gains. So go figure. SPY. S&P500. Okay, so White House's Kirby says US has seen no indication of delivery to or purchase of Iranian drones by the Russian Ministry of Defense. Okay. White House's Kirby says Biden has not yet made a decision on regarding removal of tariffs on Chinese goods. That might see some Chinese goods start to rally. Just looking at anything else. Yeah, just the monkeypox. So the USA is full of monkeys, apparently. It's got more monkeypox outbreak, a bit larger monkeypox outbreak than any other nation on the planet. So there's nothing really significant coming out of the White House right now. got some significant earnings after hours today. So this is what I'm interested in. Microsoft and Google in particular is what I'm looking for this evening. So if you let me know in the chat, is it worth me sticking around after hours after the close to discuss what's going on with Microsoft and Google? Let me know if you think it's worth me sticking around and keeping the stream running until the earnings print for Microsoft and Google. Then I'll do that. If you're not bothered, then I won't. Simple. Let me know in the chat. Some big earnings tonight. Microsoft and Google are the big ones. We've got General Motors, we've got Chipotle, we've got Visa, we've got Texas Instruments. So there's a whole bunch of companies with their earnings this evening. So, but the big ones are Microsoft and Google, or Alphabet as they're known. Wine plus earnings equals fun. Do you know what? Why not? So the S&P. So I'm looking at the Nasdaq right now. Looking at the SPY, which effectively is the S&P. You can see we've got this nice little bounce over lunchtime, but is that a double bottom, or is it an inverse head and shoulders, or a head and shoulder? I'm not sure. Depends on where it finishes. Looks more like a double bottom to me, but potentially needs to get back up to kind of 392 for it to be a double bottom though. Okay, Harry, then you've confirmed it. We'll stick around for some of the earnings drops. Why not? It can't hurt. I mean, come on, me. What could possibly go wrong? Me, the stock market, wine, football, earnings results. Come on. What could possibly go wrong? Am I going to trade after hours? You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. I shouldn't, but wine and trading, dangerous. It is. It really is. I've done it before. I did wine and trading when Tesla dropped their earnings last quarter. And that worked out for me. Not. I went and bought like 20 calls with a was it 20 or 25? I can't remember off the top of my head. Somebody in the chat, remind me, how many calls did I buy for Tesla? Was it 20 or 25 for 950s? And then I put the expiration date for June. A week later, it was up at 960. Oh, it was 940s, that was it. And it was up a week later, it was 955. So I was well in the money, and I didn't sell a single one of them. Could have sold half of them and covered my my outlay. Idiot. And a week after that, it was down at like 800 or something. What is Tesla at right now? 770s. It's had a sell-off day. Bearish day across the market today. Nasdaq's down 2%. The S&P500's down 1.2%. The Russell Index. Now this is interesting because the Russell Index is only down 59 basis points. So it's been pretty sideways from the open, where every other market's been pretty much selling off. Whereas the Russell, which is what's important to me as a day trader, is what's important to you as a day trader with a small account, it's a small cap index. So it's the small cap, low float, small cap stocks that we look for the high volatility. Hang on a minute, I'm not even looking at the scanners. Look at this. 1 minute, I want to look at 1 minute. No, I can't trade that. Half time, 1-0 up at half time. England 1-0 up at half time. Let's have a look at Shopify because they've got earnings this week as well. Shopify's tomorrow before the market opens, by the way. Furthy well, Klaatu. Shopify has earnings drop tomorrow before the market opens. Now, Shopify is currently at 31.70s. It's had a bad day today. It's having a bit of a bounce. So let's look at it on the 15-minute. You'll see why I'm saying it's had a bad day today. It closed what 30 yesterday. It closed at 36.70s. 36.70s. It sold off after the close, consolidated a bit, and then sold off heavily before the open. And it's just been sideways printed, sideways trading since. So Shopify's down. Probably will sell off tomorrow as well. So in anticipation of bad results, Shopify's not had great. It's not had a great year at all, but it's not had great results. So you'll see that in the earnings call tomorrow. Before the open, you probably see Shopify dip. Yeah, well, there you go. 10% of its workforce is gone because of bad results. And I find, do you know what I find weird is the people that make some of these decisions. They look at the least path of resistance when it comes to firing the workforce. What do? They get rid of back office teams. They get rid of customer support. They get rid of technical support because they don't see those teams as creating value. And then what does that do? It creates a bad experience with your customers. It creates a bad experience with your product. And then you get bad will in the market and you lose more customers, causing you to lose more revenue. And the people in the back office that say, well, just increase the salespeople's targets. They can go out and sell more. You're like, shut up. Well, it's always profits before people. That's called capitalism. But the point is, a lot of these companies are run by accountants, and they don't see the value that's really being brought by customer service, technical support, and areas like that are really variable. And product development, for example, the sales, they see value in sales because sales are what brings the books in and creates the revenue. But sales can't do anything. You can't have a customer. You won't keep a customer unless you've got good customer service. You can't have a customer who's got a problem. They'll leave you if you don't have good technical support. And it's those back office, support staff that are the first ones to get the can because they're not bringing in revenue. But that's the problem with companies that are run by accountants. There's me having a bit of a rant and coming from my sales point of view, because having been a regional vice president of sales for a multinational software company up until very recently, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to things like this. Reach London, I really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much for looking out for me. Shouldn't trade, lock your montage. You've had an amazing day, protect it. I've had an amazing day. I'm drinking wine, I'm watching football, I'm commenting on we've only got 10 minutes left of the market anyway, so I'm not really in the market to look for a trade with 10 minutes to go when I'm already 20 grand up. It would have to be a bloody good trade for me to trade it right now. We were 125% up with Pagaya. We're now 76% up. So this is downwards trending. And funnily enough, since I've drawn this line, we've had another hit. It's hit it once again and then sold off. So, like I said to Sound of Fun on Twitch, it's not really the right time to be entering this. You don't chase it. It's reached its peak, and we chased it all the way up there. So we chased it all the way up to its peak. We got up there. My last trade with Pagaya was 2098 was my last transaction. The high of day was 2156. My last transaction was 2098. So pretty much we chased that pretty much all the way up, and I'm happy with it. I'm not. It depends. So I don't think I will. Oh, look at that. Redbox. Redbox having a lovely finish to the day. Pity you couldn't do that earlier for me. I lost 140 bucks with Redbox. This is going to really impact my accuracy. This is the first day in July that I've not had more winners, that I've got more losers than winners. You know what? Maybe I should lock my montage, because I'm tempted, but Redbox is really tempting me right now. Let's have a look at it on the 1 minute. It might not look as attractive. Oh, it does though. This breaks 650. If this goes back up and breaks the $0.50 again. What's the expectation on Google's? I actually think Google will drop. I think Google will lose money. One of my best friends works for Google as well. Internally they've had some not great news. So I'm expecting bad things from Google. I think today Google might. I don't think there'll be really bad results with Google. It's just Microsoft. What's I think Microsoft is going to be the barometer. If Microsoft have bad earnings, the market's going to tank. If Google have bad earnings, I think it's probably expected. Okay, Matty. I've been watching the football. I've been addressing the chat. I've been drinking my wine and just enjoying the vibe. I mean, come on, guy. Yeah, I know you might have said it 5 minutes ago, but you just give me a break. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And he works on the ad team as well, and the ad revenues are down. Not just on Google, but because it's Alphabet, it includes the likes of YouTube as well, and YouTube revenues are massively down at the moment. Well, I say that's kind of preempting the earnings tape. So let the earnings tape print, and let's see what actually happens with Google today. Funnily enough, he cashed in. So as an employee of Google, he gets equity with that position. So he just cashed in a lot of his equity, so he can pay for his wedding, and been with them for ages. But he's just cashed in a lot of equity. He cashed in a lot of his shares so that he could pay for his wedding. And poor guy, should have spoke to me first, because he's just been hit with a tax bill as a result. It's not critical at all, Toys. Quite frankly, I don't care about earnings. I will react to the way that the market reacts. So if you're swing trading, you want to be very careful when it comes to earnings. If you're value investing, you might look at earnings to think, okay, do I add here, or do I hold back and wait for the next, wait for the dip or whatever. So earnings can be important in terms of your lump sum investing on your portfolio, long-term investing. It can be important for swing trading, because you can have a pattern in swing trading that's going really well, and then if you swing across earnings, it can completely screw up your trade plan. As far as intraday trading goes, it doesn't matter. You react to how the market reacts. You trade the price action. You react to the price action. You know that there's a catalyst. The catalyst is the earnings. As it moves up, you might want to trade it. If it moves down, you might want to short it. It's quite simple, really. So understanding the earnings and going deeper into the fundamentals of the company, debt to earnings, debt to assets, all that kind of stuff. It's not essential for day trading. As you get into swing trading, you need to dig a little bit deeper, and certainly for value investing, I would say it's relevant. But for swing trading, for day trading, not so much. Day trading, all we care about is the price action. We're looking for volatility, we're looking for volume, and then we look for, okay, well, it's got both. Is there a catalyst? Is it going to be reliable? Trade the price action, trade the momentum, go where the crowds are. That's what day trading is. You're in, you're out. You don't care what it's going to be like tomorrow, in essence. So today, for example, we've gone up 125% at the peak with PGY. If this sells off tomorrow, do I care? If this goes to zero tomorrow, no, not really. You know, if this, I'm expecting it will sell off tomorrow. It will have a small red day based on the pattern of the way it's traded over the last week. If it has a small red day, then fine. We traded it on Wednesday last week. We traded it on Friday. We took 30,000 out of PGY on Friday last week. We're taking 27,000 out of it today. So this is our new aeroplane. PGY can be our July aeroplane. Took over $100,000 out of aeroplane in June, and we've already taken what, 56,000 out of 58,000 out of PGY this month. I'll tell you exactly how much we've taken. But what's the point of having TraderView if I'm not going to use the stats? Right. Let's have a look at instrument. In July, funnily enough, so after today, so in July we've managed to get 37,000 of profit on PGY in July, based on the way that it's moved. That was before today. So add to that another 27,000. So what's that? 54,000 in profit on PGY this month. It's the mini aeroplane. There's the so there's the close. Let's get rid of a few of these scanners and look at the news. Let me see how that's affected the I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of this. So Microsoft, there we go, Microsoft. And the earnings print is coming out now, guys. So Microsoft, I've got the footy on, yeah, I've got the footy on. What was yesterday's 40? I'm not sure what you mean by that, James. The 40k from Friday, you mean? That was mostly was 30k from PGY and 11k from Tough Build. Okay, so Microsoft Q4 earnings. Earnings per share is 223. It's a miss. So the estimate was 230. So that's a miss. We've got Texas Instruments Q2 earnings per share 245. That's a beat against the 212 estimate. Texas not going to move the needle so much. Let's have a look at the SPY. How is this going to affect the SPY? So the SPY is actually a little bit of a move up. Where? Not great. Let's have a look at Microsoft. Well, the earnings, Microsoft selling off. Expect the market to follow unless there's something to counteract it. So Microsoft Q4 earnings per share 223, misses the 230. I've already done that. Already said that. Sales are Microsoft reported quarterly earnings of 223 per share, which misses the analyst consensus estimate of 230 by a little over 3%. Oh, 2-0. I missed that one just after the break. So look, foot is on. I'm not trading from Ireland. Okay. The Lionesses are going to the Euro final. 2-0. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Okay, so Microsoft reported quarterly earnings of 223 per share, which missed the consensus by 3%. This is a 2.76% increase over earnings of 2.17 per share from the same period last year, so year over year. Now, they reported quarterly sales of 51.9 billion, which also missed the analyst consensus estimate of 52.47 billion. So that's a little over 1%. So this is 12.5% increase in over sales of 46 billion year over year. So it's kind of mixed results at the moment. Okay, so we're getting Google coming out. So the Google print's coming out now as well. Alphabet Q2 earnings per share 121, and that misses. And I expected this because I've got insider information. That misses the 131 estimate. Sales 69.98 billion, which it misses the 70 billion estimate. Okay, we're getting all kinds of things coming through now. So Google. Alphabet reported quarterly earnings of 121 per share, which missed the analyst consensus estimate by 7.5%. But that's 11% decrease over earnings of 1.36 per share from the same time last year. Company reported quarterly sales of 70 billion, which missed the analyst consensus estimate of 70.35 by 0.5%. So that's a 13% increase in sales year over year. What else are we looking at here? So Google shares are going up. So look at GOOG. Microsoft is selling off. Google's going up. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why you react to the price action. You react to the market reaction. You don't try to anticipate it. So Microsoft have mixed results. Google have poor results. And yet the price is going up. And I've seen this time and time again that you get the earnings tape comes out and it's a poor read on the earnings tape, but the stock rallies. Or you get the earnings tape comes out and it's a great read on the earnings tape and the stock sells off. So wait for the market reaction to the earnings. And I would say that 110 on Alphabet. Be surprised if we break above it. Maybe we'll get a sell-off. So the SPY is kind of sideways. It's been up and down. It's the SPY is tapping the VWAP. So Google dropping their earnings now. If we go back to the SPY here, you can see the SPY Google dropping their earnings. We got Microsoft drop theirs. The SPY it sold off. Google dropped their earnings, and the SPY is moving up. So we're getting mixed results on these earnings, which is more than interesting. Enphase Energy is a beat, reporting a beat. Let's go back to where we were before. Microsoft is slight miss, and that's resulted in a sell-off. Google, big miss, and that's a rally. So go figure. So Cano Health. No, not really bothered in Cano Health. What's this about Dogecoin? So Doge and Shiba Inu were falling about 2% each during today's 24-hour trading session, in tandem with Bitcoin and Ethereum, which were also declining about 1.5% and 3.5% respectively. Okay. What's Mark Cuban got to say about it? So Mark Cuban's saying that Dogecoin's popularity has been waning. No shit, Sherlock. And the popularity of Shiba Inu also appears to be heavily declining. Well, we can all see that. The bearish season won't last forever, although for the time being, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu look headed lower still. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think so. Give it 3 years and you won't see a Shiba Inu or a Dogecoin. They'll be replaced by the next meme coin. That's my opinion. So I'm looking for more Microsoft and Google input. Microsoft earnings press release available on the investor website. Okay, Redmond. So we've got this. Okay, not really interested in Redmond. GameStop. Let's have a look at what's going on with GameStop. Here we go. So someone with a lot of money to spend has taken a bearish stance on GameStop. No shit, Sherlock. And retail traders should know. Like that's any change. There's lots of people with money to spend have been taking a bearish stance on GameStop for the last 2-3 years. So, Anyway, Benzinga noticed this when the big position showed up publicly available options history. Okay. So the whales are still shorting GameStop. You'd think they would have learned by now. Snowflake Whales trades. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Oh, here we go. Chipotle. So Chipotle is an earnings beat, 930 versus 905 estimate. Sales of 2.21 billion versus 2.24 estimate. So slight miss on the sales, a beat on the earnings. So that's Chipotle. It's a better result than the McDonald's had, that's for sure. So that seems to be it, guys. I think we'll call it there. Call it a day. Would I go bullish on Coinbase? Let's have a look at Coin where it is right now. I don't want to look at the 1 minute. I want to look at the 5 minutes. No, I wouldn't be bullish on Coinbase at all. So it's very sideways over the last 3 months. So let's look at this on the daily. Okay, this is Coinbase on the daily. So it had this massive sell-off, and it's just sideways. There's a big range, $20 range between kind of $50 and $70, but it's sideways over the last 3 months since May. So would I be bullish on Coinbase? Look at it on the daily. No, look at it on the 60-minute. You can see how it's actually quite bearish. no is the answer. I'm not bullish on Coinbase. Also, on the back of that, Coinbase, they're also experiencing liquidity issues. So just be careful. If you have got holdings with Coinbase, and let's say you're holding Bitcoin long term and it's on the Coinbase exchange, what the hell are you doing? Get it off the exchange and into a cold wallet right now. Coinbase is not protected. It's not a bank. It's not protected. So if it goes belly up, you will lose your crypto assets. So if you're holding crypto, on Coinbase, and Coinbase experiences some issues, you could lose your money. And it's the same with any other exchange. Use the exchange for exactly that, exchanging one coin for another. Do not hold your assets on the exchange. It's very risky. The thing is with Coinbase is because it's that market is not regulated. Anybody could spring up with a new with a new exchange, and there's no protection. So BitGet, quite a good exchange. You know, there's a lot of other exchanges. I don't think they've got a USP. In fact, Coinbase has less coins available than a lot of other exchanges that, you know, with less liquidity. So what is the USP of Coinbase? So am I bullish? No, I don't think so. Yeah, and the SEC are still threatening Coinbase, amongst others. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Matt. Have I got any swing trade ideas right now? I've not done any swing trading for a couple of months, actually. The last time I did some swing trading was April. I had a bad month on day trading in May, and I also lost a few swing trades in May, and then because that was really when the bear market hit me. It's been a bear market for all year, but it's when the bear market hit me was in May, and I lost money across the board. So the earnings print's coming out right now. Some big news coming out. A lot of news coming out. Real time, and this is why I use Benzinga, guys, because you get the news, it comes out very, very quickly, real time, and it's great to keep abreast of everything. So Coinbase, there isn't a USP that I would be very bullish. Would give me. When we next get into another bull market, another crypto bull market, then I'll be bullish on Coinbase, because people will flock to the crypto space looking to make those moon gains, and Coinbase is probably the best known exchange. So they've done a great job on marketing themselves. That's it. That's the only reason I go bullish on Coinbase, is when we get a more bullish crypto market. Okay, well, I'm trying to do all of this, but I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to watch the rest of the game, and then I'll do a very strange day trade recap for YouTube, because let's face it, it's been a very strange day today. So 21k day, happy with that. I'm going to finish the stream, watch the rest of the game, drink the rest of my wine. Back at it tomorrow. Remember to join me tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. That's 8 o'clock East Coast or New York time. That's 1 p.m. my time in Dublin, or all the UK for that matter. It's 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe. I'll see you there. Don't forget to join me then, and we'll do it all over again. It'll be fun. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.